Good evening. How many times have you woken up and I've got a lot of questions from my friends and colleagues and a bunch of people out there about the insurance sector. The million-dollar question: what's going on? I mean, obviously we've seen stocks done so well, the stocks like Continental Reinsurance, which is actually one of the companies that I tipped for the July episode. They've done extremely well. And you've seen companies like Mutual Benefit gone from like 5 naira, 40 kobo, come down all the way to like 3 naira, 50 kobo and whatnot, lost 2 naira, that's huge. We've seen all these Lasaco showed a backward trend. What I'll say in the insurance sector right now, I'll tell you the mood is pretty much, a lot of these insurance companies don't really have the data that backs up the price on the market right now. So you really have to be very careful on what you put your money in. There are some clear winners in this market, and for me right now, those winners I'll take 2 of them. One is Mutual Benefit, and the next is Global Insurance. The next one is pretty much the banking sector, and I have 2 focus, two major companies I want to talk about in the banking sector. Obviously, we've talked about Access Bank, which that's a clear winner. I want to talk about Sterling Bank. Sterling Bank is a good buy. If you, it's right now we've seen it it had a lot of momentum in the last few months or whatnot, and it's really cooled down. What I'm suspecting is very soon they're probably going to be doing come to the capital market to raise some more money. And once they make that announcement, obviously it's going to be a battle there. And obviously this is one of the cheapest stocks right now in the banking sector. The next one is FCMB. Obviously, FCMB also wants to come there. I believe they're having some inside talks to come to the capital market to raise some more funds. Looking at the dynamics and the fact that they just introduced and pretty much brought new investors, especially this partner company from London, added to their board of directors and whatnot. I mean, obviously, this is a bank that they're very capable in the market and they have a lot of potential. So FCMB also is a good buy. The last section of the show, which is the bad and the ugly, and this is pretty much stocks you need to get out of. Don't hesitate. This is pretty much the greatest advice I can give you, because I hate to see you lose money. It's one thing not making money, but it's also it's an awful thing just when you lose money, and I hate to see you do that. First is Lasaco Insurance, and pretty much I intentionally wanted to defer. I started talking a little about the insurance sector in the what's up sector section of the show, right? The insurance sector right now and the NSC, it's very, very dicey, and really it's been the million-dollar question, the direction of this particular sector. My concern on this sector is the fact that you've seen a lot of this due to the new drive of consolidation. Obviously, the same thing that happened in the banking sector is supposed to drive down, have a trickle-down effect in the insurance sector. The policies were rightly made, but the issue is the enforcement of that policy has really been a little funny. Let's take, some of the stocks in that indices that I really want you to get out of. Lasaco Insurance is one of them. Continental Reinsurance, I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of pretty much capital, pretty much people pulling out their money, just taking profit very soon. Those 2 are definitely due for price corrections. So, I mean, if I'm gonna buy and invest in the insurance sector, I'll pretty much do my homework and make sure it's the right investment. Just because we've seen most of this stock come from 1 naira, whatnot, come all the way to 3, 4, 5, 6 nairas and whatnot. So there's a lot of profit taken in that sector right now. So I'll watch out for that sector at least for this month. The next one is First Bank. Obviously, why First Bank? I mean, I laughed when we came out with this analysis also, because First Bank. I mean, I've been raving about First Bank. Obviously, it's a great investment for the people that invested in it. But short term, obviously, we've seen the stock actually met a price resistance once the technical suspension got lifted. Went up, went up, went up. Obviously, it's a lot of demand and supply. Eventually, some equilibrium got to come into place, and something got to give. We've seen that happen, and obviously, we've seen First Bank start dwindling down, and it's coming back up. So obviously, First Bank has met some point of resistance. So in the short term, I'm talking about is just a few weeks for things to balance up. I'll probably want to. There's a lot of profit taken. The people that have owned First Bank in the past, which there's tons of them. There's a lot of First Bank issue stock out there. So I would probably want to pull out my money in the interim and just recapture to get in again. Obviously, First Bank is a winner. I mean, you see the benchmark I would probably want to use for First Bank will be Zenith. We'll see Zenith right now is in the 60s. First Bank would definitely surpass that. And I mean, the long-term projection for First Bank is not surprisingly like around 19 era. So if you really have some time and money to play with, it's a long-term good buy. But for now, I mean, in the short interim, in the short horizon, it's not really. You're gonna see some capital depreciation coming up. The next one is Guinness, and we talked about Guinness on the last show, and pretty much I'm still keeping to Guinness. I mean, stay away from this stock right now because the dynamics and fundamentals behind the business is not too strong and it's not too encouraging, and I don't foresee any major news that's going to be driving this stock price to appreciate in the next in the interim in the next few weeks or months or whatnot. So it's not something that you buy that you want to capture a near-term, short-term, mid-term gain. The next one is African Petroleum. We've seen pretty much what's happened to the stock in the last few weeks. Pretty much what I want to do with the stock, for now, I'll stay away from it. If you have it, sell it and just regroup and probably get in at a lower price and at a later time. The last one I want to talk about is Orlando. Orlando, pretty much, I mean, that's not a company that we're seeing some capital depreciation right now. So I want to get out of it for now. Yeah, I mean, just let's watch the trends. It might be a good stock to buy later on, but for now, I'll stay out of that. Well, my viewers, thanks for listening, and thanks for watching the show. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you. Good evening.